Welcome to Pennsylvania in Focus. I'm Kristen Smith. One member down, the Pennsylvania House of Representatives struck an at times somber yet congenial bipartisan tone as they opened the 209th legislative session earlier this week. Joining me today is the Center Square's Pennsylvania reporter, Christina Lingeau. Christina, set the scene for us. What is Swearing-In Day all about?
So Swearing-In Day is a pretty ceremonial and celebratory day where they swear in all of the new representatives. They welcome the incoming freshman representatives who, it's their first time there in the People's House, as they call it. And they elect and announce their leadership choices. So this week they welcomed 16 freshman representatives, and they elected Representative Joanna McClinton as the Speaker of the House. This is a re-election for her, but she is the first woman to serve in this role. So that was another cause for celebration. And yeah, they announced all of the leaders for both parties.
So we mentioned this in the opening of the show, but what tone did Speaker McClinton strike after this very tense election cycle?
It was definitely a bipartisan tone and a tone of celebration and congratulating everyone for the hard work they did, not only in the previous session, but also in their elections to get there. It was a very congenial day between both sides.
So McClinton is leading the Democrats. Who is leading Republicans this time?
So Representative Jesse Topper is the minority leader. He actually, as they do, they nominate someone from each party for the Speaker of the House, and he removed his name from the running after the first round of voting in order to ensure that the Democratic majority would be able to elect their speaker.
So it sounds like he too is trying to really commit to that sense of bipartisanship.
Yes, definitely. It is a very, very closely divided House. So they're certainly not giving up all the ground by saying, hey, you are the majority. And they have negotiated rules for this session that gives a little bit more room to the minority to be able to speak on the House floor and have an impact in committees. So no one is pretending that there's a big difference and a huge mandate for the Democratic Party to lead. It is very, very closely divided, and they're operating as such with the expectation that they're going to have to work together if they want to get anything done. And there were a lot of bipartisan bills that went through last session, so there's some cause for optimism there.
Democrats, even though they do have a one-seat majority, they were down a member, right?
Yes. So Representative Matt Gergley of McKeesport in Allegheny County is currently hospitalized, and they haven't released the details about his condition or what happened, but he is not currently on the floor, and they're not necessarily expecting him to be there for some time. So at the moment, it's just 101 on each side.
Christina, thanks for joining us today. Listeners can keep up with this story and more at thecentersquare.com.